We're going to be covering the course management system that's associated with cohort management on the Startup Space platform. The first thing that you'll need to do is click on course management and create a program and then a cohort within that program. For more detailed instructions on how to use cohort management, please review our tutorial on our YouTube channel. Once you've created your program and cohort, you can then click on Courses and Courses List. Once you click on Courses List, this is where you're going to find the course management table. To add a new course, simply click the Add Course button in the upper right. Add the name, program, and cohort, and then click Submit. Once you've clicked Submit, your new course will show up on the table with the name that you identified. You have a couple of options for actions that you can take with your specific course. On the right-hand side, you can click to edit the name of your course at any time. Simply type in your new one and click Update. You can click to view your course, which we'll do here in a second. You can deactivate your course, making it no longer visible to the people within the cohort, or you can choose to duplicate the course that you've just created. To get started with creating your modules, go ahead and click on the View button. From the View button, you're going to be able to see that in this specific example, we already have one module created, but I'm going to click on Add New to walk you through the process of setting up a module. Once you click on adding a new module, you're going to have some information that you have to fill out. First, you'll need to fill out the title of topic or subject for this module, the description of work, meaning what is it that the people within the cohort are going to have to complete for this module, the date range of module, which you can consider as the time that you would like the people within the cohort to access this content on their own, the module number. Again, we already have one created, so we're going to default to number 2 for this. The content that you'd like to associate with this particular module, which I will cover how to access content and create content for this in the next segment. Any assessments that you'd like to attach, which are simply surveys that you've created that you can run as assessments for the course. And then if you would like the course to be locked or unlocked for this particular module. You can choose to lock and unlock modules as you want. The date does not influence the actual status. The date is more so a recommendation for the users in your cohort, whereas the current status gives you that definite control over, yes, I want people to see this, so I want to unlock it, or no, I do not want people in the cohort to see it, so I'm going to lock it. Once you've entered all that information, just click Save. And once you've clicked Save, very similarly to our module 1 here, this is how it's going to appear. So you can see we have our date range, we have our title of module, our description, our content, and our assessment. Content that can be used in your courses, you're going to use some of our standard features. To create actual content, articles, videos, etc., you're going to click into the Knowledge Center on the left-hand side, go through in Total Listings, and then just like you would create a regular Knowledge Center piece, you're going to follow the instructions for the form, but you're going to see underneath Hub a line that says for cohort only. You're going to want to make sure that you check that for anything you create for cohorts. Checking this box does 2 things. Number 1, it actually hides this content from other users who aren't within your cohort from seeing it in the Knowledge Center. And number 2, it's going to make sure it populates in that drop-down whenever you're building out your modules so that you can actually select it as content. So go ahead and fill this out like you normally would. If you need help figuring out how to fill out your Knowledge Center form, please feel free to view our tutorials on our YouTube channel. We have a very specific guide for that listed. Now, one important thing to note is that once you've built something for a cohort, you're not going to be able to unselect that. So anything that you build for a cohort will be specifically built for a cohort and only visible if added into that content dropdown in a course module. It won't be visible in the front end of the Knowledge Center at all, but it is important to note that if you ever need to remove something from a course, you can do so by unselecting it, or you can simply just delete it. So for assessments, you're going to use our surveys tool. Go ahead and click on surveys, go into add survey. And here it's just going to be a standard survey fill out. You can select any of your particular information that you would like here. So as in terms of your audience, survey permissions, etc. One thing that I would recommend is that just like the for cohort only, is that when you create any type of assessment, you have an audience choice for open all or hidden link only. What this means is for open is that anybody that's in your hub can access that survey. Whenever it's hidden though, only somebody who has a direct link to it, whether that be through a hyperlink embed or you sending out that link, whatever that looks like, that's the only way that they can actually get in. So we're not showing it to anyone on our side when you click hidden. So for assessments, I would recommend picking hidden so that people don't randomly see it in their survey dashboard and take that when they're not a part of the cohort. So go ahead and click hidden and proceed with creating your assessment however you'd like. We do have several different question options that you can choose from. And then once you're done, simply click save and publish. Again, like Knowledge Center, for a more detailed walkthrough of how to set up a survey, please feel free to check out our tutorials or schedule a training time. But I do just want to demonstrate one more time that when you go into courses and you go in to create those modules, that information that you just built out for your content and assessments is going to populate here. So that's where content's where your Knowledge Center content goes. Assessments is where your surveys that you create, particularly for the courses, go. So again, just be aware of that when creating. You can come in and edit these at any time. You can change the title, the description, date, the status, anything that is associated with the module can be edited. So, just feel free to play around with that. And we are looking forward to seeing how you use the course management tool with your cohorts. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out or to schedule some one-on-one training time with one of our training specialists.